Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Susie, and this is the Mindful Minute. Today I'm going to highlight 3 especially important resiliencies to develop and make use of now during the hokey pokey dance with public life because of the coronavirus: imagination, flexibility, and humor. In my Mindful Minutes, I have talked about how imaging things in our minds is how we create our goals and expectations. Creating pictures in our minds of how things are or will be is something that we do all of the time, but we do it so automatically that we don't think about it. We don't reflect on it. And we often assume that our picture is the same as everyone else's, or at least those around us. But we can see that this is not so just by asking the people in the room, or the Zoom, to think about a telephone. Then ask each to describe their phone. Nearly every one of them will be different. This is the collective imagination that we take into public life during the reign of Corona. All just a bit different, which is necessary. It will be essential for us to have at least some common ground based upon what we do know, however, so that we can work together, reducing conflict, anxiety, and stress. Around the world, countries are wrestling with how to ease curbs on business and public activity without causing a surge in the virus. And that is what we wrestle with here as well. This is what we know. The virus is here, it is not going anywhere, and we are working all over the world to come up with solutions of various sorts. Most scientists are telling us that it will be a year or even 2 away for these to be developed and implemented. Given this, I think that the picture looks something like this. Masks will be worn in public and probably for quite some time. We will have our temperatures taken at the entrances of many places of business, and this is already happening. And there will be partitions and plexiglass shields to support social distancing. Shields between us. This seems very eerie to us, the stuff of science fiction. Yet this is our dance with the invisible enemy. It will take great imagination to put us together in a safe way, creating a sense of community while being shielded from one another. Take a minute and consider how this might be done. A new imagination is needed. It needs to include a deeper sense of our connectedness despite separation. It will also take flexibility and a sense of humor. I have learned of many old stories of my adopted village, Phillips. One of them is about the old woolen mill up past the upper village. One old-timer told me that as a kid, they would all be swimming in the river, and from the mill would come a loud shout, "Die!" And at that shout, all the kids would promptly climb out of the river. Then for a few minutes, the river would run red, blue, or whatever color, and once the water was clear, everyone would get back in. This is a funny picture, but one that will likely fit with the coronavirus. We will be out in life, masked and shielded, and should an outbreak occur, we will all get out of the river and go home for a while. Then we will stick our toes back into the water. That is why I'm calling it the hokey pokey. And it looks like we will be dancing this way for some time to come. Together, we can develop a collective imagination that enables us to enrich each other's lives and businesses. Together, we can develop a way of life that supports us all. As it dawns on us that there will be no going back, only forward, we can be intentional, imaginative, and compassionate as we do so. Thank you for listening and for doing your best. Together, we will become even better than before. This Mindful Minute brought to you by Farmington Recreation Department and Susie Sanders. Bye for now. And remember, don't forget to look for the helpers.